brand new tropical storm has formed today in the Western Pacific, and it is Goni. At 8 a.m. in the Philippines, it was located at 16.6 degrees north, 137.0 degrees east, and is moving towards the west. Right now, as of 8 a.m. in Manila, it had winds of 60 miles per hour, that's 95 kilometers per hour, and a pressure of 994 millibars. This is a significant increase in the intensity, as just 12 hours ago, it was only 40 miles an hour. It is moving westward at 12 miles per hour and is a stage 5 on the CDPS scale. Looking at the CDPS scale for November the 1st in Baler in the Philippines, with wind speed and rainfall being the main threat, as the storm size is forecast to remain quite small for its entire duration. CDPS stage 5 for that location. This is where the storm is located right now, far from any landmass areas, which is very unfortunate for its upcoming intensification phase. It's got winds of 60 miles per hour and pressure 994 millibars, and its wind field right now is quite small. Right now, the storm is located 880 miles away from Calaboy City, 120 from Legazpi City, 140 from Naga, 1,000 from Tugaro, and 1,070 from Manila. My bad on the pronunciations there. There are no watches or warnings in effect in relation to Goni currently, but it will probably change over the coming days as the storm approaches land. Right now, the storm could be anywhere from 50 miles per hour up to 80 miles per hour. We've decided to go on the lower end of that estimate in agreement with RAM currently, with 60 miles per hour, though we do note that an eye wall is already present in the storm, so it could be slightly stronger than what is currently advertised. This is our forecast for Goni over the coming days, and it's quite a concerning one. We are forecasting a 140 mile an hour peak. It could also be a super typhoon landfall in the Philippines. However, we are currently forecasting a 125 mile an hour landfall in around 3.5 days from now. This is what we're looking at for the rainfall threat. You can see the trail of Goni leading southwest into the Philippines. GFS is slightly more south than our forecast. You can also see Invest 90W near the Mariana Islands becoming a very powerful storm. Model is deepening that one significantly down into 930s, 920s. If that system were to get named, it would be Atsani. Perhaps the 2015 memories are coming back again in 2020. We'll see about that. Sea surface temperatures for the most part of Goni's life will never be an issue. 30 degrees Celsius, maybe even touching 32 in some places of the storm's forecast path. Sea surface temperatures will not be an issue for this storm, which is terrible news for the landmasses under this threat. Model forecasts for the storm track-wise are taking the storm generally towards the west over the next 24 to 36 hours, then a brief southwestward movement, then a due west movement, assuming again taking the storm into the Philippines, most likely into Luzon as a major typhoon, perhaps even Category 4 intensity. This is what we're looking at for the model runs. HWRF and CT6 want a Category 5 out of this system. We'll have to see if that happens. Sea surface temperatures, relative humidity are forecast to be roughly the same. Sea surface temperatures are running really high for this storm. And wind shears forecast remain somewhat favorable for the storm's life. However, conditions really do plummet once the storm gets into the South China Sea due to previous tropical cyclones in that region. This is how the storm is looking on the satellite imagery as daybreak over the storm is currently occurring right now. It's got a little bit of an eye feature to it right now. That's not an eye, but it does have an eye wall present as supported by microwave imagery. It's got curved bands to it, signifying that this storm is undergoing significant intensification right now, and will probably be a typhoon in 24 hours. Stay tuned to our local media outlets for the latest on Goni and Invest 90W as it develops over the next coming days.